Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California. Here today to work on Salabhasana, Locust pose for the rest of us. If this is a posture that gives you problems, you're in good company. That good company in question? Me. But I'm going to show you some ways we can work on the posture anyway. If you have a yoga wheel, great. If you don't, if you have a bolster or blocks, they're a nice substitute as well. We're going to be using that for one part of the exercises we do today. So, to warm up the spine, lie down on your back. This is not your back. This is your stomach. That was just a quick quiz on anatomy. I wanted to make sure that you've got your anatomy and physiology down pat. I do suggest, by the way, going into these deeper back bends that you do it towards the end of a practice when your spine is already quite warm. So lying on your stomach, not your back, interlace your hands behind your back and see if you can squish your hands together and pull them away from your body, okay? Now, try not to rest your hands on your tush, because among other things, notice how that causes my shoulders to collapse forward. Remember that the opening of the shoulders, rolling them back and down, is one of the things, the easy low-hanging fruit that will get you into a deeper back bend. Take your hands off your tush, and for right now, just extend your legs out behind you, pressing them into the floor, using some of the leverage of having your arms dragging back and up to help lift you. From there, keep the arms as is and make sure they're at least a centimeter off your tush. Is that fair enough to ask? And lift your legs as well. For right now, no bending your knees, just see how much you can lift your legs. Trying to keep them no wider than like hips distance apart or so, okay? Don't get too promiscuous with this one. Legs are lifting, chest is lifting, shoulders back and down. Maintain this lift, just take your arms out to the sides. If you want to, emphasize the external rotation, meaning turn your thumbs up in the upper arm, in the humerus, and then maintaining that openness, turn the lower half of your arm down. As the shoulders roll back and down again, remember it emphasizes the bend. And can you stay this high and reach your arms forward and up next to your ears? A little less about dropping your head down to your ears and more about trying to get your arms up to your ears. Left and release. You can take a couple breaths, turn your head to one side. Now, when we come into Salabhasana, the hand position, I'm coming up so you can see it because once it's under my body, you won't be able to see it. The Salabhasana hand position is palms down to the floor, meaning palms facing away from your body, and arms nice and close together, okay? We try to obtain this while lying down. So, easiest way, start with your hands next to your body, lean over to one side, turn your palm down, and go to the other side, turn that palm down. And some of the work here that's so hard, honestly, is just getting the length in your neck. So pull your hands back and your chin forward to create some of that length. Starting with just sort of an easy opener. Bend your left leg so your knee is on the floor and your foot is up. And rise up your right leg to rest on your left thigh. Not thigh, foot. Another anatomy quiz there, yes. Okay? The higher your thigh is on the foot, the higher you'll go. Try to keep the palms pressing down, the neck lengthening. And then when you're ready to come out, release the bottom leg and take your top leg out gently. Other side, bend your right, lift your left, let it rest right into your foot. Secure your palms down, your neck long. So really, really lifting from the back side of your body while at the same time pressing down into your arms. And release. Okay. We take this to the next level. I have to sort of come in and out because it's going to become really hard to talk as I move deeper into these. So for the next one, very much the same concept, just without the extra support of the bottom leg. So trying to enter this just sort of one leg at a time, because it's a lot more manageable than two. Take my word for it, I can't do two at all, but I can do one really nicely. Here we go. Braids out of the way, of course. Neck long. Squish your arms under you. I used to have a student who called these arm straighteners. I think it was a pretty good explanation of what's going on here. Now, as if you're coming into sort of like a really weird downward facing dog, walk your feet in. Okay, lengthen your neck if you can. Walk in any amount, and we'll lift your right leg up. Keep your palms pressing down. Maybe bend your knee. And up. And down. Walk it out. And rest on your arms. Take a couple breaths. And left side. So you walk in to the extent that works for your body. I'm not super concerned how far that is. It's just how far works for your body. Walk it in. Lift it up. Palms press. Leg is high. Maybe bend it in. And release. Walk it out. And turn your head to the opposite side. Take a few breaths. Now, if you have a wheel, my Urban Fit wheel, any wheel will do. If you don't have a wheel, that's fine. You could use bolsters, lots of pillows. You could even do this one with blocks. But I do think the wheel is the best one for this particular pose. Set up your wheel so that it's below your rib cage, literally right in your belly. This is a good one for digestion, which is a good way of saying, if you have to pee, go now and come back. Okay, so I put it right there on my stomach. And my goal is to get my chin, as much of really my throat and neck, to the floor as possible. It's going to become hard for me to talk. I take my braids out of the way. Okay, hands reach back and grab the wheel. You see how I'm sort of holding on so it doesn't slide out underneath me. Quite frankly, these wheels have nice traction, so on a cool mat like a Manduka mat, it's not going to slide anyway, but it never hurts to have that extra help. And see if you can, one leg or both legs, pull it up and bring it over. So you're really using your core and your back muscles simultaneously, and the more you can bend your knees, the closer it will come to your head. At the same time, pull the wheel in towards your body for more leverage. And then coming out and release. I guess it wasn't nearly as hard for me to talk as I was expecting it to be. That's good news. Okay. Find yourself a wall. Friends, meet Paul. All the way up. Okay? So squish that mat all the way up to the wall. This one is by far my favorite. I really do think that this helps you get nice and deep into it if you don't have the back muscle awareness to get into the full pose on your own, which turns out I don't. Okay, it's okay. There's lots of things I could do in my life. This just doesn't happen to be one of them right now. So, coming close to the wall. The closer you are, the less work it's going to be to get in. So, maybe put your knees on the wall. Okay? Come down. Braids out of the way. Make sure your rubber bands aren't falling off. Okay, all's well in the world. This one, place your hands essentially next to your chest. Okay? Straighten one leg to the wall. Not unlike what we did before, right? When we had our foot supporting us. But use that leverage to press your other foot into the wall. Then take a little push up, push yourself back, and walk your feet up the wall. Push up, back, and so I'm just going to walk myself up the wall to the extent that works for my body. Seeing if I can sort of press my whole, now I hit the wall. It doesn't mean that I can't go deeper. I'm going to try to lengthen my throat a little more. And there's my edge. Chest melts to the floor. I bend my knees and then sort of push off the wall to try to find my head, which I'm not going to find. Melt the chest a lot. Neck is very long. And then take my feet back to the wall. I lift and sort of worm out. Okay? It's like those good old days of breakdancing. You know the ones. Come on. Okay. These are 4 great exercises to warm up your spine. Plus we have the warm-up before the warm-ups. And now, just so you don't feel bad about yourself, I'm going to show you my Salabhasana. Okay? Just know it's a work in progress. So to go to the whole pose, you bring the arms down behind, underneath you, palms down, chin low. And you can bend your knees if you want to, and try to lift. Yeah, I know. Super impressive, isn't it? I guess my point, folks, doesn't matter how deep you could go into this. This is an awesome pose. It'll get you into your spine really, really well, and even into your neck. So if you happen to be one of those people who spends a lot of time doing this, this is a really great way to open up the space. This is Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California. Hoping you have a better Salabhasana than I do. Have a great day.